Hello, welcome to our VNA broadcast daily, and following are today's highlights.
President Trương Tấn Sang receives Guinean Minister of State Mohamed Dova Doumbouya. Conference on Investment Promotion and Social Security in Northwestern Region. Ceremony honoring the originator of some singing takes place in Hanoi.
Guinean Minister of Trade Mohamed Dova Doumbouya said he hopes the two countries will increase trade in agriculture. The minister was received by President Trương Tấn Sang in Hanoi on April 3rd.
Doumbouya said he hopes Vietnam will send its agricultural experts to assist Guinea in improving the quality of agricultural product processing and producing. He mentioned other promising sectors of Vietnam, such as motorcycle manufacturing, healthcare, and education. Sang agreed on Doumbouya's proposal to strengthen trade cooperation between the two countries. He suggested the two sides promote exchange of high-ranking delegations while exploring each other's potential to increase cooperation. The president said Vietnam consistently treasures traditional ties with African countries, including Guinea. He added, Vietnam is willing to share with Guinea experience in all fields and create conditions to promote bilateral cooperation. Sang also took the occasion to convey his invitation to Guinea's president to visit Vietnam.
A delegation of the Nicaraguan Sandinista National Liberation Front is visiting Vietnam to foster relations between the two nations.
On April 2nd, the delegation was received by Lê Hồng Anh, Politburo member and standing member of Party Center Committee Secretariat. The delegation was headed by the Front's Foreign Relations Secretary Jacinto Suárez, who is also chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee of Nicaragua's National Assembly. The two sides briefed each other on each country's current situation. They expressed their wishes to strengthen ties between the two parties and states in the coming time. Jacinto Suárez said during an interview granted to Vietnam News Agency that Vietnam holds technologies that Nicaragua does not, while Nicaragua possesses large and fertile land. Therefore, he sees a lot of prospects for cooperation. He expressed his impression with robustly growing Vietnam, where people are leading a happy and prosperous life, suggesting the two countries defining agriculture and science technology as potential cooperation areas in the future.
A conference on investment promotion and social security in the Northwestern region was held in Tuyên Quang province on April 3rd. Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc, who is the head of the Northwest Steering Committee, chaired the event.
Northwest is endowed with plentiful natural resources, especially minerals, timber, and hydroelectricity potential. The region is home to 12 northern provinces and a number of communes in the central provinces of Thanh Hóa and Nghệ An. However, investment from the state and businesses in the region remains small. In the coming time, 4 commercial banks, including Vietinbank, Vietcombank, and Agribank, will together pour investment into the region. The conference aimed to introduce investors to potentials and advantages of the Northwest, as well as key projects designed for the region. Various preferential policies and mechanisms will be applied to facilitate investment in the region. In the framework of the conference, a series of investment commitments and contracts were signed. 13 contracts worth totally around $950 million were signed during the conference. The investment will be poured into sectors which are the region's strengths, including hydroelectricity, mining, metallurgy, garment, and rubber. The Vietnam Bank for Social Policies pledged to increase its lending for the region by 10 and 50% annually in 2013 and 2017 period. The event is also a chance for provincial leaders, investors, and concerned ministries and branches to discuss ways to create a good investment environment for the region.
Construction of the Da Nam Mơn Chày Bridge over the Vàm Cỏ Đông River in the southwestern province of Tây Ninh began on April 2nd. This is a joint effort to make it easier for people living along the border between Vietnam and Cambodia to travel, trade and increase their business opportunities.
The project includes the bridge and a road section connecting to the province border belt. It has a total investment of $2.2 million. The bridge is located in Tân Biên district, spanning across the river to Cambodia's Prey Vang province, some 120 kilometers east of Phnom Penh. The project is expected to encourage cross-border trade and economic activities between people along the border, contributing to the broader region's economic development and cultural exchanges. The project is expected to be completed in 18 months.
Seafood exports in the first quarter of this year reached $1.2 billion, representing a year-on-year decline of 7.58%.
According to the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers, the country earned around $450 million from exporting fishery products in March, down 80% against the same month last year. Experts said shrimp producers are facing difficulties derived from decreasing demand and Japan's strict technical barrier. The association estimated shrimp exports fell by 10% to $160 million in March. The export of char fish, one of the country's major hard currency earners, saw a 30% decrease to $140 million last month, pulling down the country's total export of this product in the first quarter to $393 million, a fall of 7.6% from a year ago. Tuna exports fetched $145 million, up 12% compared to the same period last year. However, the March figure went down 60%, and the decreasing trend is likely to continue in the coming months. The export of other sea fish decreased 28% to over $60 million in March, resulting in a 9% drop in the first 3 months. To increase the country's export turnover in the months to come, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development urged localities to assist businesses in expanding their markets and removing their difficulties.
Around 500 leading domestic and foreign experts on burns, wound healing and plastic surgery are attending the 9th Asia-Pacific Burn Congress, which got underway in Hanoi on April 3rd.
During the 3-day event themed Challenges in Total Burn Care, participants could hear 127 reports focusing on burn emergency aid and treatment, skin alternative materials, rehabilitation and plastic surgery for burn patients. The Congress offers a chance for Vietnamese and international scientists to exchange and update knowledge, thus contributing to improving the quality of burn treatment in Vietnam. Deputy Health Minister Nguyễn Thị Xuyên said that over the past years, Vietnam's health sector has seen great progresses in burn emergency aid and treatment, especially in the application of advanced and modern technologies. As a leader in burn treatment in the country, the Vietnam National Institute of Burns treats thousands of patients a year. It has successfully treated the patients with more than 90% of body burns, reducing the fatality rate to 1.5%. In 2011, the institute succeeded in applying microsurgery on deep burns.
A ceremony to honor the originator of Sầm singing, a genre of music and performance once popular in rural northern Vietnam, was held in Hanoi on April 2nd.
Sầm singing dates back over 700 years ago. It includes ballads sung by wandering blind musicians. Legend has said that the blind Prince Trần Quốc Dĩnh under the Trần dynasty was the father of this genre of singing, and February 22nd of the lunar calendar was marked as his death anniversary, which fell on April 2nd this year. This year's 3-day event also aims to commemorate late artisan Ha Thị Cầu, who devoted her life to Vietnam's Sầm singing. Professor Phạm Minh Khang, director of the Vietnam Music Development Center, said that his center's artists and researchers in the past years have been joining hands with some veteran artists and masters to preserve the traditional values of the art form. Some performances are now held every Saturday at Dong Xuân Market, the biggest wholesale outlet in Hanoi.
And that is the end of our news today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.